Hello friends, so today we are going to discuss about Hotwire with Turbo Rails. Okay, so let's discuss about what is Hotwire. So Hotwire is a technique to update a particular section of the page without reloading that page. Okay, so Hotwire internally use Turbo Rails to do this technique. Okay, so Turbo Rails uses Stimulus.js internally to communicate with the Rails application. Also, it speed up the Ruby on Rails application overall functioning when we are using the Turbo Rails. Okay, so there are few terms related to the Turbo Rails. The first one is Turbo Drive. Okay, so Turbo Drive is basically the more updated version of the Turbo Remix. And what it check for any click or any form submission, and it will update the particular section of that page after we click or do any form submission. Okay, so what are turbo frames? They are similar to the iframe, but they act as the part of the same DOM. DOM means the same HTML structure of that page. In case of iframes, they act as a different DOM instead of acting as that part of the same DOM. So this is about the turbo frames, and the third part is turbo streams. Okay, so it will update the particular section of the page if there is any activity in the database table, that is create or update. Okay, and the database table should be linked with the particular model of the Ruby on Rails application. Okay, so this is about the turbo string. So let's discuss all of these concepts, uh, how we use them in the Ruby on Rails application. So let's begin with it. Okay. Okay, so let's create our new Ruby on Rails application. Okay, so Rails new Hotwire application. For database, we are going to use PostgreSQL, and for default JavaScript framework, we are going to use esbuild, and for default CSS, we are going to use Bootstrap. Okay, so it is going to take another 20-30 seconds for the Ruby on Rails application to get created. Now our application is created using the esbuild JavaScript. So let's open our Hotwire application. Okay, so this is the Hotwire application which is created. So now let's update the database configuration. For now, we are using Postgres as the default database. Let's update the username and password. Okay, let's move into our application and let's run a Rails DB create. Okay, so our databases are created. So let's run our Ruby on Rails application. So let's visit our Ruby on Rails application. Okay, so this is our Rails application which is running. Okay, so let's create a scaffold. for our blocks. Rails generate scaffold blocks, and we are going to have the body as text and likes as integer. Okay, so let's generate our scaffold. Now let's do a Rails TV migrate. Now let's run that application and set the roots in our application. Okay, so this is our blogging application. Okay, so let's check if Bootstrap is working there or not. Okay, so let's open the index page of our application. Okay, also let's open the layouts. Okay, let's keep our layout inside the container so that all the HTML gets centralized. And this will also verify whether our Bootstrap is working fine or not. Yeah, so Bootstrap is working fine. So let's integrate our Hotwire. Okay, so let's visit. Okay, so let's update the blocks index page. Okay, and include the turbo form tag as well as turbo frame tag. Okay, so our index page is updated. Now let's update our blogs model also. Okay, so let's visit our Ruby on Rails application to check it's working or not. Okay, after destroy commit is undefined. Okay, let's correct this typo. Okay, so let's include the Rails forms, the blog form inside our Rails application. Okay, so let's include the add the red blog and add the red blocks inside our blocks controller. Okay, we don't need the likes. Okay, for that we need to visit the form page of the blog. Okay, we are going to remove this section and then refresh our application. We are done. Okay, so first of all, let's create it. Okay, it is redirecting us to the blocks show page. So let's update the blocks controller so that it will redirect us to the blocks path. Let's also update it for the update also. Okay, so blocks are getting created now. Okay, so let's check with our database if we do any activity in the database whether they get updated inside the page or our page should get refreshed whenever we are updating anything inside the database. So let's check it online. Okay, so let's visit the Rails console. So let's go to the WSL inside the Windows. Now let's visit our Rails Hotwire root of the application. Now let's visit the Rails console. So now let's list all the blocks inside our application. There are two blocks. So let's create a new block. Okay, so the blocks are getting, so the stream is getting rendered. Okay, but this is not updating this page. So, but why it is not updating this page? Even if we are destroying it, it is still not updating. Destroy. Okay, so why it is not? updating. Okay, so let's visit the Hotwire page. So let's follow the guidelines which are set there to install the Turbo Rails. So first of all, we need to do the bundle install in our Rails application. Okay, so after that we need to run Turbo Rails install, and after that we need to install Rails Turbo install Redis. Let's restart our Rails application. Okay, and okay, so let's refresh our application. Okay, also we need to start the yarn build watch. Okay, now let's visit the Rails console and let's create one new blog. Okay, so it is updating it to the browser, but it is not showing to us. So let's delete all the blogs. Okay, so all the blogs get deleted. So let's create a new blog. Instead of new, we are going to use create. Okay, so first blog is created. Now let's create the second blog. Okay, so whenever there is an activity inside the database, the page is getting updated automatically using the Turbo Rails. Okay, so this is like the functionality of the Turbo Rails which is included. Okay, so let's do one more thing. Okay, let's work for the likes. We are going to update the likes inside our Rails application whenever uh, we are going to update the likes inside our application, and we are going to update its number to update its number whenever a user like our blog. Okay, so for that let's create a Rails controller for the likes. Rails generate controller, likes controller. Okay, so let's do it. Okay, now let's update our likes controller. Okay, so first we are going to update the routing file. this blog ID is going to will be transferred whenever the like button is clicked on. Okay, so from this blog ID we are going to set the blog. Now let's increment the likes inside the blogs, and let's visit the show page of the blog. Okay, now add the button to tag here, so that if a user clicks on the button to tag, uh, if the user click on the button to tag, the request goes to the likes controller, and after doing an increment to the like, it gets redirected uh, to the index page of the blogs. Okay, and let's visit the blogs likes controller. And after doing an increment, let's redirect the user to the blog's path. Okay, let's visit the application. Okay, let's correct this error. Post blogs like to. Okay, so we need to pass the blog inside it also, so that the blog ID will be there. Now let's refresh the page. Okay, so if I click on the like button, content is missing. So what error it is giving? The action likes could not be found and that inside the blocks controller. Okay, we have the likes controller and we need to redirect it to the create action. Let's refresh our application. Now click on the like button. It's get incremented but the order is changed. Okay, so why it is working in this manner? Okay, so let's visit the route. Let's visit the model and set the default scope. Let's write the default scope. Let's refresh our application. Okay, let's increase the like. So likes are increasing now. Okay, so likes are working as expected. Now the application is not, now the blocks are not moving up or down. So let's create one new block. New block. It comes in the first part. Now let's like, so it's not moving up and down. Okay, but if we click on the create new block with body empty, so it is going to give us the error message. So to remove this message, we can go to like show edit. Okay, so if we create, it goes to the edit page and it shows that the body is null, but that is not the correct approach. So we are going to follow the turbo approach here. Okay, so for that we need to update the form tag as well as the controller tag. So let's update the form tag of the blocks uh, view. Okay, so okay, so let's update the controller section also. Right, the format. If the format is turbo stream, then we are going to render the turbo stream. So let's refresh the application and now click on the create tag. Let's correct the typos. Okay, so this is getting updated here itself. If it is empty, so it will show us the error message. If it is not empty, then it is going to create a block and we can like it also. But if it is empty, it is going to show the error message here. Okay, so but here it is not showing us the Ajax call, so let's check it. Log XML HTTP requests. Okay, so let's do a like. It is going to log the Ajax request which is sent and updated. So now we are going to update a blog. Let's get updated. Ajax request is sent, but if we click on the click, only one Ajax request is called. Ajax request goes and there is an error message. But if we do like, the page is also updated. Okay, so this is all about Turbo Rails. So I'm going to create the public repository for it and we'll share the link to the GitHub repository inside the description of the video. Thank you.